What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way.
In this episode, we celebrate New Year and we head to Sulawesi.
We're desperate for fish. We haven't caught any fish for months now. So we've just found this nice little reef pinnacle come up through the ocean, and Brendan's gone for a spear to see if he can find anything of legal size. But he's just told me that it's been blast fished. You can see that they've used explosives, which has blown up the coral, stuns the fish, then they can collect the fish. Easy way for them to catch fish. They just don't think of the damage that they cause to the ecosystem, and it's not sustainable, you know, like this is their food source that they rely heavily on, and they just don't look after it. If they looked after it, they could have it for years to come, but it's just so heartbreaking to see the ocean filled with trash, and then when you dive and you see the corals being blown up, just rips your heart out, honestly.
We make our way back to Dodola to celebrate the new year with old friends and new.
Final hours of 2022, team. Yeehaw! I'm ready.
We're just sitting here literally watching the sun go down on 2022.
Brendan, the pyromaniac, put on an excellent fireworks display. A new year, a new adventure. We were off to find some mermaids. At first we thought we were in the wrong spot, but soon enough, she appeared out of the blue. Originally 2 sea sirens sat side by side. One sadly had toppled over, and try as he might, Brendan could not lift her. Charlize and I couldn't resist the urge to swim down to her watery depths and say hello. And the boys even got in on the action. Yep, there's one in every bunch. The race was on to get back to the boat and head to Supu for some surf.
Disgraceful, eh? Come have a look at this.
And sadly, en route, we find another rubbish patch.
These guys over here are sifting through the rubbish. Pretty big garbage patch out here.
Just gonna jump in real quick after that big garbage patch there and just check all my intakes before I give the engines a bootful. Because get a plastic bag wrapped around those intakes and you give it to the berries and it'll suck it in and just destroys an engine. So I'll just be real quick. Jump in, have a little sticky beak. See what it's fine. There's big crab. Get off, mate.
It's hitching a ride.
Yeah.
All good?
No, real good.
Beautiful.
Might seem like a waste of time, but
No.
I mean, where we are in Indo,
So remote.
there's just no way of replacing anything. So you destroy engine components over here and you're screwed. So if you know, for the 30 seconds it took me just then to jump in, could save us, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars and a lot of heartache.
Yeah, better to err on the side of caution. We're just on our way to Supu, get some surfing before we head to Doi Island and head over to Sulawesi. Once we get past Supu, we'll be in uncharted waters. So yeah, it's very exciting. Looking forward to getting out there and sailing again, hopefully, if we've got the right wind. So yeah, it's pretty beautiful out here today.
After a quick surf session, we headed to Doi so we could get in before dark, but not without some drama on the way.
It's a rainbow runner.
What's that?
Or a kingfish.
That's a kingy, isn't it?
That's a kingfish.
Get out.
Little kingy.
Don't take it off the lure there.
I'm not, I'm keeping it. Ah, yeah! Fuck, it's all on my finger. You gotta kill it. It's gonna dig the shit out of it.
Why would you film
Are you
it?
right? Do you want me to do it?
Just
Oh Christ, Brennan.
you gotta push the bar.
I need help. I used to laugh at people who did that and think they were stupid. Bloody thing went straight through. In one side, out the other. And the only way you can get those bloody things out is cut the barb off. Rusty hook. I honestly used to laugh at people who did that. What sort of dickhead would get a fishing hook stuck in his hand? Anyway, this dickhead.
Upon getting to Doi, we struggled to find a suitable anchorage.
Third time's a charm.
Didn't work, did it? Those first two anchorages were just, they're either too deep, too shallow, or just all coral. So what do? This is our last ditch effort. This little town here, there's a bay there. If we can't anchor there, then it's 160 miles to Sulawesi. So we might have to go that way, or we can head south along. I don't want to go back to Halmahera. That'll crush me. But it's an option.
Third time was a charm, and we pulled up in this beautiful spot. Next morning, we went for a walk to stretch our legs before a long passage.
It's right in my hand. Going. Big fella. Oh yeah. Yeah, but across the Sulawesi. So we've got 100, I worked out it's 165 miles to the anchorage, so you know, we're all going to be sitting on our asses for the next, what, 30 hours. So we like to go for a big walk and burn off some energy before we do a trek.
Another day, another sea, mate.
That's it.
Woohoo!
Let's get it done.
New destination awaits. Chuck it on the deck.
Thank you.
Safe trip, brother.
Thank you.
See you tonight.
See you tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon.
We'll see you tonight. We'll sail past you. I'll make a point of coming nice and close, man.
Alright, yeah, that'd be good. I'm on 1677.
Yep, sweet, we're the same.
Cool. Hi, Charlie.
Safe passage.
We set off on our 165-mile leg to Batong, North Sulawesi.
Evening. We're just settling in. Sun's just about to set, and we're about, what are we? We've got 24 hours to go to Sulawesi, or Batong in fact. We're only doing about 5 knots at the moment. The wind isn't quite as strong as they forecast, which, if I'm honest, is actually a nice change, because typically it's way stronger than they forecast and you get smashed. Oh, it's been a big day. We got up early and went for a big hike up the mountain as you saw, and then yeah, we set sail. We motored for the first 3 or 4 hours as there wasn't much wind. I think it was about 5 or 6 knots out of the north, and it's now picked up to about, yes, it's only blowing 8 knots. Yeah, 8 knots, so we're going slow as anything, which probably isn't a bad thing because we're going through an area of there's just logs everywhere. A big one over there, just on the distance, about 100 meters away, massive log. Afternoon, so we made it to Sulawesi. That is Batong right there. You can see just under that big old shower that's about to smack us. It's been a pretty big passage. Oh, not a big one, you know what? It's actually been pretty good. 165 mile or something like that, and get out of the wind, and we had a pretty good run. There's a little bit of chop on the beam for most of the night, but the wind never got up very strong. We never had any storms or squalls or anything, so shit, as far as an Indo passage goes, I think that's about as good as it gets. So we're just rounding the corner as we speak into Batong. Alba Venture up ahead and Brave's just behind them. They've been giving me plenty of shit for beating me in, but we all know who's quicker. Anyway, we're going to try and get that head sail cover on. The main's trying to fill up.
Okay.
That went from 12 knots to 38 knots in a split second. It was insane. Luckily, we decided to drop the sails as we were coming around that headland there. Look at it, just death zone. Dropped the sails, we got them packed away, and we're trying to put the head sail bag on, and it just turned into a bloody cyclone in here. And unfortunately, we can't go any further because in this channel that we need to go through is just loaded with fads, which is like little fish attracting devices. The guys that just went through said there's hundreds of them, and they went through before the storm, and it was nice and calm. So we're not even going to attempt it at the moment in this weather. We can't see, the wind's strong, and there's so much chop you wouldn't see a buoy anyway. Yeah, you can't see anything. You can't see that. There's 2 big mountains behind it and a volcano, and you can't see a thing.
It looks like we were going to cut it close coming under the power lines, but we made it in to this beautiful anchorage in Lembeh Strait. Join us next week as we explore Batong and the surrounds.